Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany and I make videos on all things lifestyle and design. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to take some ugly old vases and turn them into faux ceramic works of art using just paint and baking soda. I got this idea from Tina Lee's Thrift video, which I will link in the description box below so you can check that out. Now this is a really easy and affordable DIY, and depending on what colors you choose, you can make this some year-round decor, or you can do just fall colors and make these some fall decor pieces. So go grab some of the oldest, ugliest, cheapest vases you can find, and let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is clean your vases really good, especially if they were ones that you got from the thrift store or a garage sale, because Lord knows what is on those things. So I just used dish soap and water to clean mine with, and then I made sure that I dried them really good. Okay, so here are all the vases that I got. Most of these came from the thrift store with the exception of these small ones that I got at the dollar store. One thing that I was really looking for is I wanted ones that had some kind of texture or grooves in them, because I wanted that to show through this like fake ceramic paint that we're gonna put on them. So for all of these vases, I got 6 vases. I'm doing each one a different color, and I think all of these vases were less than $8. Like I know this one was 99 cents at the thrift store. These were obviously $1. I think this was the most expensive one. I think this was $1.99. But yeah, check out your thrift store. You can get a lot of vases there. Don't worry about the color or how ugly they are. Just focus on like the texture of them. Okay, so I'm gonna put the vases aside and start mixing the paint. So you can use whatever kind of paint you want for this. If you just have acrylic paint, that's fine. I ended up going to Home Depot and just buying paint samples because I know I'm gonna wanna do other crafts in these same colors. So I wanted to have like custom colors and I wanted to have like a lot of them. So these are the colors that I picked. Some of them are neutral, so they can be year-round vases. And then like the burnt orange color, which is Balcony Sunset. It's not quite terracotta and not quite like a bright orange, but that will probably just be up for my fall decor. So in terms of mixing your baking soda and your paint, you can really do whatever you want. The more baking soda you have, the more texture it's gonna have. So like on these ones where there's already a lot of grooves in them, I probably won't use as much baking soda, but like this one right here that's super smooth, I'll probably use more baking soda in this so it looks like a little bit more like ceramic or clay or whatever. So let's start with this one, and because this vase is a darker color anyways, I think I'm gonna go with one of my darker colors. That way, if it doesn't cover super good, then I'm at least not trying to cover like, you know, dark blue with like beige or something. So let's do Night Mansion, which is like a green, like a neutral fall green, I would say. So let's stir this up. I'm going to have to use this tan color on one of the smaller vases because I dumped about half of it on my kitchen floor 30 minutes ago. So I don't have the full amount of that one. Okay, and then I'm gonna mix the baking soda in. Try to be as clean as I possibly can be. But let's be real, I'm gonna make a mess. Okay. To be honest, I don't really know what kind of consistency I'm going for here. I feel like I just want it to be thicker. Okay, that was just a tiny bit too much, so let's just do a little bit more paint. Okay, so I'm happy with this consistency. I would say that I ended up doing probably like half paint and half baking soda on this one. So I'm gonna put this aside, and then I'm gonna take the vase that I'm going to use and I'm going to sand it. I don't know that this part is necessary, but I think it'll probably just help the paint stick a little better. So I just have a fine sanding block here that I'm just going to sand it really quickly. Just to kind of like rough up the surface. Okay, wipe that off. All right, and then what the heck, let's just get started, see what happens. So I'm going to paint from left to right so that when I get like strokes in the texture in the paint, it's going to look more like a real ceramic vase would. Like you're not going to see, in a real ceramic vase, you're not going to see like things going vertically, you know what I mean? So I'm going to take some paint and just paint it from left to right. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I think I mixed way too much baking soda in this because it's just like a little too clumpy and not sticking as well as I'd hoped. So I think I will just kind of try and smooth this out a bit. And then when I do the second coat on this one, I will remix it with a little more paint so it's not so awful. Now I do want to get on the inside of some of these as well. Not necessarily these small ones that have a super tiny opening, but like these ones you're going to be able to see in them when you have them out decorating with them. So you want to paint at least as far down as like you would see. Now on the inside I'm not going to be too concerned with like the texture going horizontally, so I'm just going to kind of slap it in there, to be honest. Okay, so I think that's good for the first layer. Not 100% sure how to move it. So we'll just, you know, kind of slide it. Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna go wash my brush and then we're gonna start on a second color using less baking soda. So I really want to do this orange color. So let's see what that looks like. Like it's not quite a like super bright in your face orange. It's just a really pretty subtle orange. We'll do like, maybe I'll do like a third of the baking soda compared to what I did in paint. So maybe like, oh, that was a little more than I wanted to. Oh well. Oh, actually that might be perfect. It's not like stirring like it's too thick or anything this time. Oh yes, this is way better. So much better. Okay, don't use too much baking soda. Like a third is a good amount. Oh, this is perfect. If you can just put it on your hand like this, that makes it way easier. So let's do this one in a lighter color. Let's do the one that I spilt all over my kitchen floor. I've learned that like the baking soda makes the paint go a lot farther on the vase, so you don't have to mix up as much as you might think you do. Actually, okay, on this one, I lied. This one, it looks a lot better if you go up and down. I think because the grooves are going up and down, if you go left and right, it just looks wrong. Oh, this is gonna, okay, these grooves are gonna look super cool. I feel like the hardest part is when it has like grooves around the top, because you don't want to let like a glob of paint sit in there, but it's really hard to like get in the groove and look good. Okay, so I am down to my last vase here, and right now I have two lightish tan colored ones, two orange colored ones, and then one dark green one. The colors that I have left are cracked pepper, which is like a really dark blue, almost black, and then I have the more pinky toned one. I think we're gonna go with the pinkish one. Okay, so all my first coats are done now. I don't know if any of them are dry enough for the second coat. Nope, definitely not. So this one is like half dry. We're almost there. But I think this is gonna look really cool when it's all done. So I'm going to, ooh, try not to break anything. I'm going to leave and let these sit here and dry. And then when I come back, I'll do the second coat. This is the one that I did way too much baking soda on. And here, let me get closer. And I don't know if you can see, but it's just like a gobby freaking mess. So I don't know if I can fix this with a second coat or not, but we'll see. Like, this is what I was going for. If you can see like the dry spots. Okay, the side is kind of dry. It looks kind of clay-ish. So I'm excited to get a second coat on the rest of them and see what they look like. But yeah, that gobby mess, just learn from my mistakes and don't overdo it just because you're excited, because that's not a good idea. Okay, so it is a little while later and the first coat is dry on all of these. So I'm just gonna go back through and add a second coat. Okay, so I guess my battery decided to die while I was filming the second coat of these, but that's fine. You don't really need to see any more painting anyways. So this is the end result. I think they look so cool, with the exception of our lumpy green friend here. He has like a lot of drips and just, he's not great. He probably will not make the shelf, but that's okay. These other ones look so good. This orange one is one of my favorites. Like, the texture on it is just so cool. And the color is perfect for fall. So all of these are going to be part of my fall decor, with the exception of the lumpy green one. But otherwise, I think these turned out so good. Well, that is it for today's video, so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button to show your support, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks!